Also at this time, Ted, steroids are a big subject in The Observer, and Jesse Ventura would come out publicly and condemn the use of steroids. Ted, I know you were never a big substance user during your time in the business. Did you ever try steroids?
When I was in Mid South, I mean, I was very cautious because especially when you're starting to stick things in your body and how it's gonna how your body's gonna react to it and all that.
Hmm.
I was fairly cautious, but yeah, a little bit. But again, um, and I say a little bit is because it just helped enhance my look.
Hmm.
But I wasn't, again, a lot of guys, I mean, uh, who am I thinking of? The Warrior.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
It was obvious with him.
oh yeah.
Obvious.
And of course that's all he had was a body. And I don't know how much his steroid use had to do with his death.
Oh
I don't,
gosh, you take all that time to pack all this muscle. And by the way, he had a pretty small frame. Like he was a big dude, he was very muscular, but a small frame that he packed a ton of muscle onto. And man, that puts a lot of strain on your heart.
yeah. Yeah.
So, Ted, I'm curious though. You're in the WWF now. It's the biggest show in professional wrestling, and you're surrounded by a lot of guys who certainly look like they're using steroids. A lot of guys that are really, really big. Did you ever consider doing steroids while you were in the WWF?
At the beginning, I mean, I can remember the one thing, the one thing Vince said to me was, he says, and Ted, he says, I want to see a little more visible in the gym. And I got the message. And so, I may have at the beginning taken some, like testosterone.
Hmm.
Uh, but I only took it, like as to kickstart what I was doing, but I did not continue to take it.
Okay.
And I mean, for that, and just personally, I was afraid, I was afraid to do that. I don't know. It's kind of like, how, you can overdo anything. And, and like you just said it, that may have contributed to the Warriors' death. I don't know.
Yep. You never do know. And I mean, I think Ted that you're kind of a testament to the idea that maybe steroids aren't really necessary. You always look like an athlete, but you were never a body guy, as they
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
And still you had incredible success. So I mean, these guys are spending all kinds of money on steroids and trying to enhance their look, and it's like, hey, look, if you're just a great wrestler and a great promo and a hard worker, maybe you don't need to look like,
And,
straight out of muscle and fitness.
and again, if, and I would say to this to all the fans who are tuning in, go look at amateur wrestlers who are really wrestling, high school and collegiate wrestlers. All of those guys are in pretty good shape, and you might here and there come across one who's just you know like that looks like he just walked out of Gold's Gym. But most of them, they're in great shape and they have muscle, but they're not. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Yeah, they're not like muscle heads. They don't look like was that Arnold Schwarzenegger? Arnold doesn't look like Arnold anymore.
No, he does not.
Yeah.
He's
So
getting up there in age. But no,
yeah,
you're right. Most skilled wrestlers look a little bit more like a Jim Duggan, where it's like,
yeah,
they certainly has muscle, certainly in a big strapping, imposing guy, but it's not like
yeah,
he's carved out of stone.
yeah, exactly.